I knew when I uploaded that video I made 2 years ago about the pronunciation of ask and ax that somebody was going to be in the comments acting a fool. So let's talk about it. Willie. Did you know that both of those pronunciations originate with the Old English word axion, Willie? And axion sounds a whole lot more like ax than ask, doesn't it, Willie? Chaucer, whose works are definitely going to end up in the syllabus of every middle school or high school student in America, also pronounced it like axe. Did you know that, Willie? Did you note that when you were studying him in English class, Willie? It was also the pronunciation that was used in the very first English printing of the Bible, Willie. Now that we've established the provenance, let's talk about something you said, Willie, because you claimed that there is a majority dialect. So tell me something. Which one is it, Willie? There's like 24 different ones on this map. Like, which American English is the American English to rule them all? Is it the Southwest? Is it the North Midlands? Is it one of those on the East Coast? Do you know, Willie? Ooh, matter of fact, Willie, maybe you help me out with something else. Is this supposed to be caddy corner or kitty corner? And are we supposed to pronounce it caddy or catty? Kid-D or Kid-T? I gotta know, Willie, which one belongs to the majority dialect of American English? Oh, or are we just supposed to say that it's diagonally across? You know, I just want to make sure I get it right, Willie. Oh, you know what, Willie? I just had this amazing idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it till just now, but I should just go to your page and see if you uploaded any videos of yourself talking, because then I would definitely be able to hear you using whatever this mythical, magical majority version of standard American English is, right, Willie? Let's check it out.
Hey, we got a failed hive. Robbed out. It sucks.
Did you just use the past tense of the word get to refer to an ongoing status in the present, Willie? Like, I don't think the American English textbooks teach kids to say that. I think they teach kids to say we have a failed hive. But you know what? That could have just been an honest mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one.
That ain't no turkey swing, girl. What are you doing?
Did you use ain't, Willie? English teachers don't like that, Willie, and a double negative on top of that, too. They definitely don't like that. Now, help me out with something, because according to standard American English textbooks, double negatives cancel each other out. So you were telling that turkey that it was, in fact, perched on a turkey swing. So I don't know why your actions indicated that you wanted it to be off of something that was clearly a turkey swing. I'm confused. Could you help me out with that, Willie?
And then we got a fully ripe one already. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna take them blueberry seeds out of it.
Willie, I do not think the textbooks or the American English teachers of the United States are going to sign off on this dialect of yours. I mean, is amina even a word? Could you help me out with the spelling of that, Willie? I couldn't find it in the dictionary. Or did you just mean to say I'm going to? I think we've seen enough examples, right, Willie? By the way, Willie, did you know that TikTok gave me the ability to make 10-minute videos? That means we ain't done yet, Willie. Now, was that a Southern American English dialect that I detected, Willie? When's the last time you heard a national news anchor that sounded like you, Willie? You see, you should be on my side, Willie. The African American English that I grew up using and the Southern American English that you clearly use have a lot of similarities, don't they, Willie? And the same people that discriminate against me for the way that I sound discriminate against you for the way that you sound. But I think you already knew that, Willie, because you made a comment about it. So how come you're not on my side, Willie? Is it because you think you're different and that we did something super extra, some nonsense about us creating some subculture dialect? That's not how it works, Willie. You see, Willie, once upon a time, people in the United States had the same pronunciations as people in England. But then in the early 1800s, people in the upper and middle classes began favoring a non-rhotic accent. Or in other words, Willie, they started taking words like doctor and pronouncing them like doctor. But that didn't happen everywhere in England, Willie. You see, people in West Country and people in Lancashire, they maintained their rhotic accents. Now, Willie, would you say the people up here in Lancashire, which is kind of close to Scotland, which also has a rhotic accent, would you say that they chose to create a subculture with different pronunciations? Or would you say that perhaps they were just victims of geography? I have a feeling that you're going to say it was geography. right? And that would be the same case for the English speakers in America, or the French speakers in Canada, or the Portuguese speakers in Brazil, or the numerous Spanish speakers all across Central and South America and the Caribbean, right, Willie? You see, Willie, that's the type of thing that can lead to a group of people holding on to an older, perhaps more archaic pronunciation, like saying brother instead of brother, or, axe instead of ask. I bet you didn't think I'd be able to relate all of that information back to the original topic, did you, Willie? Now, I have a feeling that you're going to try to make an argument about there being an ocean separating those groups of people from the way that the language was evolving at the source or something, right, Willie? Except, Willie, there are other ways to create separation between groups of people that do not involve geography. I mean, you're not about to pretend like all of this didn't happen, right, Willie? My parents lived through some of that, Willie. All of that redlining and segregation and discrimination have resulted in that separation, oh, bars, have resulted in that separation still persisting to this very day, Willie. And that strengthened the language. That is what made African American English just as rich as any other version of the English language, Willie. It even has its own regional dialects. Did you know that, Willie? You can read a whole PhD dissertation about it. It's around this point in the conversation, Willie, that people's arguments tend to devolve into, oh, well, you just shouldn't use it, or you don't want to say such and such at a job interview, or what was it that you said, Willie, to be successful, da-da-da, to succeed in the majority, da-da-da, the best for getting ahead, da-da-da. The thing that really irks me, Willie, is that y'all say this stuff like it's going to be the first time we ever heard it, as if we as a people, Willie, have never tried it before. Well, this is what happened when we tried integrating and assimilating so that we could succeed in the majority, Willie. And this is what happened when we tried not integrating and assimilating. A lot of people said that we should just act nicer, except for the FBI sent the person that was acting the nicest a letter telling him that he should unalive himself. And then somebody unalived him when he refused to do it. People say you need to dress more modestly, pull your pants up, be nicer, make a good impression. Willie, we used to dress like this, and police would still harass us and sick dogs on us and turn the fire hose on us. Willie, you about to accuse me of putting words in your mouth. You know what? My bad, Willie. We were talking about language, right? Except we tried that too, Willie. We tried to take African American English, which our children grew up speaking, and using it to teach them that mythical version of the standard American English dialect that you don't even use. But guess what? Just acknowledging the fact that there was a different version of English thriving in the black community was too much for people to bear, and the entire program got scrapped. Yeah, Willie, we tried everything, and you know what we have to show for it, Willie? A black person with no criminal record is still less likely to get hired than a white person with a criminal record. That's right, Willie. Those of us that want to burn the whole system down and build up a new equitable system, and those of us that are the tap dancing black folks out there saying that racism don't exist, have to take that same L together. But you know what, Willie? I know something that hasn't been tried yet. You want to know what that is, Willie? Acceptance. On your side, Willie. This majority culture that you keep referring to in the comments, Willie, it has never tried widespread acceptance of us. Why don't you accept us, Willie? You see, the difference between me and you, Willie, is that the work that I'm doing will actually benefit you, Willie. Matter of fact, it will disproportionately benefit people that look and sound like you more than the people that look and sound like me, Willie. How's that phrase go? Rising tide floats all boats. Is that right, Willie? It is absolutely disappointing that you, Willie, would be willing to set your boat on fire to make sure that my boat never touches the water. You think the people in the yacht gonna give you a life raft, Willie? They ain't gonna do that, Willie. They wasn't thinking about you when they built it. This is gonna be the last video that I ever make about this ask versus ax thing. Feel free to send it to whoever you need to send it to, tag whoever you need to tag in it or whatever. Use it how you like. I'll pin it to my profiles.